All right, sorry about that. Welcome to the game opening night here for the SIUE Cougars. And in the first minute and a half, the Cougars have already made it 1-0 over these Louisville Cardinals, which is a great thing. As the Louisville Cardinals win the faceoff, they're going to deal it into the near corner, playing the corner now, and a centering pass is going to go awry. Now it's going to be broken up into the near zone, pushed forward by the Cougars. Out on the line right now, that is Corey Sperry, Bryce Simon, and Kane Hinson on the forwards for the Cougars as they now change it up. They go D to D into the defensive zone, playing it up and around the goalie. Cougars trying to break it out. Of course, they snuck one by the starting goalie to start the game. That would be Spencer Rue. Spencer Rue in net. This, in the last game, has pitched a shutout against Marion State. Centering pass now for the Cougars, and that's going to be broken up by the Cardinals going along the near boards, grabbed and moved forward by Samuelson. Oh, and a great hit there. That's number 77, Trevor Daly, excuse me. First game of the year, a little bit of jitters, and that goes out pretty quickly with a 1-0 score now as the Cougars play it D to D. Played up along the near boards. Bad pass is going to go to Malloy. Malloy plays it D to D for the Cardinals, and they're going to play it up along the far boards. Good physicality there by the Cougars, step in front, and now a clearing pass is going to go straight into the Cardinals as they'll try and break it into the neutral zone. Pushed forward now, that's by number 86, that's Austin Zerlini. Zerlini loses control of it, and it's going to go along the far boards, still kept in the Cougars' offensive zone, but the Cardinals will maintain control of it as they play it up along the near boards. Grab now, that's by number 23, Philip Kohlerberg. Hands up for icing, and it'll be called as such, so the puck will go all the way back to the other side. So these Louisville Cardinals, they return a high number of players. I think I counted 15 returnee players for the Louisville Cardinals, whereas the SIUE Cougars return not a lot. They lost Andrew Bond last season through his senior year, so that means Christian Perry slots up to the first left wing line. And now the puck is played over behind the net. Pressure put on there. That's by number 44, Connor Mulcahy. Big push now for the Cougars as they're going to try and push it out of the neutrals, out of their defensive zone. They will, and the puck will be played back into their defensive zone. Push forward now by the Cougars, and they're going to use that as an opportunity for a line change as Guidry plays it for the Louisville Cardinals. He's going to play it back to the defense. Oh, grabbed by Perry. Perry with the moves. Shot, and it's going to go wide there. As now the Louisville Cardinals will take it. They'll play it into the neutral zone. Loose puck grabbed up. That's by number 19. As it's going to be played around now behind the net. Big pressure put on there by the Cardinals. Lots of physicality along the boards tonight. And I'm sure that will build up as we move further into the first period. With 15 minutes remaining. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Cougars. Centering pass. Move. Shot. Saved there by the goalie, Rue. Played around now to Joe Watson. Joe Watson takes the puck. Hand is up for a penalty as a bad pass moves it all the way back. Blake Takmagian has to go and grab it as goalie Caleb Curry is out of the net. And the Cougars have an extra man. And still up for a penalty against the Louisville Cardinals. A little bit of move there, broken away by the Cardinals, and the whistle blows. As the Cougars experience their first power play. That's going to be slashing. $15:21 to go as the faceoff is won by the SIUE Cougars. They'll keep it in the zone. Played along the near point, or played along the near boards, up to the near point. Now over to the far point. Bad pass. Oh my goodness, and there it goes. Breakaway opportunity for the Louisville Cardinals. Shorthanded. Moves put on. Goal for the Louisville Cardinals. They'll tie it up. 1-1, and just like that, the momentum's gone with a shorthanded goal. And that will go to number 11, Giannis Sukas. And so it's 1-1 here as the Cougars try and fight off a wave of momentum there by the Louisville Cardinals. Like I said, this is a very experienced team, and the Cougars come in young. They come in with a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, and they'll try and make something of this opening night game. This is always going to be a challenge. It's good moves put on there by the Cardinals. Hand up, and it's going to be a penalty kill for the Cougars. And so it's a penalty on Braden Rowe for slashing. And it'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 26 seconds. So the Cougars win the faceoff. They'll play it along the near board, almost intercepted by the Louisville Cardinals, but it's redirected to their men in the neutral zone. Move forward now, but kicked in the wrong place as now the Cougars try and push it forward along the near zone. Oh, no, here's a 2-on-2. Try and break into the zone, but it's going to get sloppily pushed across the line. What a move there by number 12. That's Burkhart. Burkhart staple gunned along the boards as the Cougars bring the physicality as the puck will squeak out along the near corner, pushed up to the near boards and passed across into the neutral zone to a man who actually went and took advantage of that opportunity for a line change. So the Cardinals will play it in the defensive zone and try and break it out. 40 seconds remaining of 4-on-4 as the Cougars will grab a loose puck. Centering pass. Watson misses, and that was a for sure goal right there for Joe Watson as it's played up and along the near point. Shot. It's off a skate. Now played along the near boards. Pass back up. Watson tries to play it along the near boards, and there's just not much room there as there's three Cardinals playing strong against the puck. Pass made along the far boards, maybe a little more room over there, but now the strong side pressure gets applied again, and it's staple gunning to the boards once again is the strategy for the Louisville Cardinals. Not much movement here as we've killed probably 5-6 seconds in this stalemate right here. Puck still not moving. That was a long one there. If you're the Louisville Cardinals, you take that because now you have a man advantage. Oh, and a bad pass. That'll be intercepted. That's by number 18, Terrence Kiribot. Kiribot tries to center the pass, and it's going to be stopped by the goalie, Rue, as now the Cardinals will move along the near boards across the neutral zone. Shot, and it's going to go wide up into the nets. So that stoppage of play leaves 16 seconds left on the penalty kill for the SIUE Cougars. One to one your score. 1-1 also the number of penalties taken this game. And the Louisville Cardinals win the faceoff. Shot save made by Nasser as now they're going to try and push it away. The Cougars will up into the neutral zone. Good job there. 8 seconds left, and this might just end the penalty kill for the Cougars. Cardinals take the puck up along the near boards. Oh, and a good little left-right move there by number 17. That's Colton Ryan. Ryan across the blue line. Oh, and a big hit there, and now they'll push it off the boards as the Cougars try and attack. There's 4 men strong on the near side for the puck, up into the neutral zone. Little stick move made there by number 20. That's Braden Rowe. Center pass covered. And the Cougars will take a face-off in their attacking zone. Face-off won by the Cardinals as the Cardinals play it along the near boards into the neutral zone, and it's going to be poked forward up to Giannis Sukas. He already has a goal. Centering pass. Oh, and they're going to push it wide as the Cougars grab the puck along the far boards. Up all the way across the ice. That's the number 91, Cole Ebersol. Ebersol loses control of it, and the Cardinals will play it the other way. It's going to trickle. No, not across the blue line. It's going to sit right out of it as the Cougars will step forward and try and play it into the neutral zone. They do just that across the center ice. Centering pass, shot by Ebersol, save made, off the rebound, scores! SIUE makes it 2-0. That looks like number 73, or no, excuse me, number 63. That's Alec Marshall. Marshall with the goal. Marshall with the lone goal in yesterday's tilt against the Maryville University D1 program. That was a 7-1 loss for the Cougars. And so the faceoff is won by the Louisville Cardinals. Cardinals will play it D to D, and they'll move it up into Guidry in the near zone. Centering pass, and that's going to be blocked there and pushed back around the boards as it goes over into the near zone, into the near boards. Centering pass, that'll be poked away, and now the puck will roll outside of the blue line as now the Cardinals will try and break it into the neutral zone. Cardinals dump it in, a little bouncer, and that's going to be covered up by Justin Nasser. So yesterday I mentioned the SIUE Cougars. They took on the Maryville D1 in the season opener. They lost to Maryville 7-1. Alec Marshall with the lone goal, and Alec Marshall has already netted his second goal here tonight. Cougars win the faceoff. They'll break it into the neutral zone across the blue line, loses control of it, and then poked right back in. Piotti will take it for the Cardinals. Cardinals now play it up into the near corner. A setup shot, trying to make a play develop from the corner. It's going to go. It's going to go right into the near point. Centering pass. Oh, and they can't find Watson. As it goes the other way, as the Cardinals make a move, and they're going to take a shot. Save made by Nasser. Nasser already 8 shots on goal, 1 save made. No more than 10 minutes left in the first period. Cougars will win the face-off there as now the puck will be played up along the near boards. Centering pass, and it's going to go all the way down. Whistled for icing, and it'll go all the way back there. .33 to go in the first period. Cougars are up 2-1. Talking with the coaches beforehand, they said this would be a good measure because the Cardinals are such a measured and experienced team as the Cardinals take a shot, and it'll go right into the pads of Justin Nasser. He can't seem to find it after the shot off the faceoff. And so the faceoff will be won by the Cougars. Cougars lose control of it straight into the Cardinals' hands. Cardinals play it up to the blue line. Slapper, it's going to go straight up and straight down. The Cougars play it out now 2-on-2. Going the other way across the blue line. Centering pass all the way across. Oh, my. And it just couldn't find his man. As now the puck will go sky high. He tried to center it to nobody in particular as the puck will now be played to the near boards. There's a whistle. And there's going to be an elbow called. And that will be against number 2 of the Louisville Cardinals. That's Kevin Malaya. And so Joe Watson will win the faceoff, played up to the near point. Cougars on the power plays, walks along the blue line, plays to the far point. Now back to the near point, and a big saucer pass. Kind of hard to corral there for Henson. Played to the near corner. Up along the near boards. Cougars do like to set up along there, as now they're going to play it to the blue line. Slapper, save made. Good save there by Rue, shutting off the 5-hole. As the Cougars managed to waste about 19 seconds there, or should I say the Cardinals managed to kill 20 seconds. Face-off won again by the Cougars, played up to the near corner. To the near point, shot by Henson. Henson doesn't quite get anything but the pillows of Rue as now the Cougars play it up along the near boards. Up and down the near boards they go. They just like to set up along this near side. It's helped by the fact that they have a lot of right-handed shots who are good from that side. Played along now to the far boards, to the far circle. Puck rolls along, and now the Cardinals will break it out into the neutral zone. Here's Joe Watson going the other way into the neutral zone. A 2-on-2 for the Cougars. Tries to center it up to the circle. Centering pass, can't find a man as now the Cougars will poke it away. Cougars stuck with the puck along the far boards this time. Just looking for a play to develop. Tries to fake along to the far corner, and it will find a stick, and now it's going to roll all the way down. It'll be fielded. That's by number 22, Braden Rowe, as Rowe plays it up into the neutral zone. Dumped back and covered up by Justin Nasser. Nasser plays it now to Rowe. Rowe along the far boards. Played along to the near boards into the neutral zone. A little bit of stick handling going on there. That's for number 20, Blake Kaknazian. Centering pass. Oh, and it just can't find a man. Rue is really crowded there in the net now as the puck's played along behind the net. Here go the Cougars up into the center slot area, and the Cardinals will break that up, and they'll play it all the way down the ice. Cardinals only have 4 seconds left on the kill, and they did a good job there. A lot of possession there by the Cougars, but the Cardinals didn't allow too many shots there. Cougars step along the blue line, turns it around, and now is going to play it up to the blue line. Poked away, and now the Cardinals possibly have a 3-on-1. Here it is. Diving save there. Great defensive effort. And that's by Kyle Kohleberg. As the Cougars play it up to the defensive line into the neutral zone. They're going to try and break it in the neutral zone. They'll do just that across the red line. Now across the blue line, broken up now by the Louisville Cardinals. Cardinals up across the blue line into their neutral zone. Tamboleo across the zone, and that'll be whistled dead for offsides. Coach Casey Kuchelinski is sitting right next to me. Coach, how you feeling the start of this game so far?
It'll probably be a little bit better if we get the speakers and the mic working, but I think they're going to get it figured out. And just nice to see after all that, Cougars are up 2-1. Great play there by Kyle Cullerbrook. That was an incredible pass block on the 3-on-1.
Well, it was a great job, too. It was a 3-on-1. You have two lanes to go there. As now Holmes will dump it into the offensive zone, and it'll be grabbed by the Cougars. Like I said, you have two lanes there, so you got to pick one guy to block and the other's open, and he managed to shut them both down.
Yeah, he took away his time and space, which is really all you can ask for from a defenseman in that position. The puck carrier would put himself in a bad spot by popping the brakes on and not going to his point man, but carrying it all the way to the corner. He limited his options, and Kyle took it all away. Really helped out Nos in that play.
So the Cougars will take a face-off now along the near circle in their offensive zone, or in their defensive zone, after an icing call. Taking their time lining up here with 7 minutes to go in the first period. Face-off won by the Cardinals, redirected towards Nasser, but up and around the goalie as the puck is played along the far boards. Poked back down and in, and that's grabbed. That's by number 26, Drew LaRose. LaRose plays it up along the near board. Step forward now, 3 men in the neutral zone, and the puck gets there too. Into the offensive zone. Shot, save made. That was a glove save by Rue.
It's a good chance by Zerlini there. Here's a kid that he's been in the Cougar system for the last couple of years. It's good to see the confidence of Z-Man to throw that puck on net and try and create a scoring opportunity there.
They call him Z up and around practices, and he's a big boy out there on the ice.
That he is. He's not afraid to throw his weight around.
That's all you can ask for from a big man like that. As now the Cardinals win the faceoff, they'll play it up along the near boards. They're going to dump it all the way down the length of the ice. Hands up for icing, and it'll get called for that. So what do you see out of this Louisville team? Do you see kind of what you expected out of this team? Because I expected a very experienced team out of Louisville.
It sounded like they got a pretty solid freshman class coming in this year. Talking to their coach prior to the game, he's pretty excited with the recruits he got in for this year. Right, the first 14 minutes, it looks like they're maybe have a little butterflies the first game of the year potentially, and right now it almost seems like they're sitting back. Cougars have probably carried the majority of the play. We've had special teams here and there, but they remind me of the Ottawa Senators from a couple of years back. They kind of sit back, let you play in their zone, and try and take advantage of any opportunity that you might give them.
It's a great analogy now as Joe Watson breaks it into the neutral zone. He's looking for a centering pass up along the near boards, but he's going to elect to take it around the goalie. Up now to the near point, and it's going to be broken away there by the Cardinals. Cardinals will apply pressure now to the Cougars. Cougars break it out into the neutral zone, up and across the blue line, across the red line. And step forward there. That's Perry. Perry tries a centering pass, but just can't locate the man, and that seems to be a small theme tonight. A lot of centering tries to men who just don't have their sticks down, as now the Cardinals will break it into their offensive zone, but good pressure put on there by the Cougars. Cardinals will abandon their attack into the neutral zone. Ryan just lets the puck flop there, and it'll get played D to D from Burke. Dumped in by the Cardinals, and that'll be played by Nasser behind his own net up into the near boards. Loose puck now. It's going to be rifled into the center ice area and grabbed by the Cardinals. Lost control of, and there go the Cougars. That's 92, Craig Ford with the shot save made by Rue, and that looked to be right into the chest area.
Yep, that's a shot. It's a low percentage shot from the outside. You're really not trying to score there. You're probably not going to beat most goalies at this level. You won't beat them unless it's going bar down. That's more of a create an opportunity from just throwing the puck in on net from anywhere.
Try and find a rebound, and we saw earlier you could score off a rebound. Oh, and a puck is redirected above the net as now the Cougars play it behind the net into the near boards, up to the near point. Fake shot now played down into the near boards once again. A lot of pressure along the boards from these Louisville Cardinals as they'll poke the puck. No, kept in by the Cougars there on sides, and now Ryan will play the puck out for the Cardinals into the neutral zone. Pushed off. That's Emery who still maintains the puck. He's trying to stick handle around him. He gets a centering pass but whiffs on it as the Cardinals will push it up into the far point. Push, and a couple men there going down to the ice, and the Cougars now play it into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Centering pass. Oh, and that was a great chance, but you couldn't get that puck just settled down on the ice quite enough, as now it's moved into the neutral zone by the Cougars. Dumped in, and they're going to take advantage of a line change now. A couple great chances there for the Cougars, just bad puck luck, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a good look by Sperry to find his man on the back door. Bad penalty to take here as Louisville looks to take the man advantage.
Yep, and so Louisville will have the man advantage now as the Cougars just touch the puck. Yeah, I always hated being a goalie in this situation. You finally get to the bench, which you rarely ever do, and then the whistle blows and you don't even get to sit, man.
Yeah, it's a real terrible feeling. I did that many times at SIU and got made fun of plenty more times doing that. You're winded by the time. I'm a terrible skater. I just do all my skating's in the crease, and any kind of long-winded stuff, it's like, I get there, all that work for nothing. It's very depressing by the time you get to the bench.
I was a goalie for about a decade, and I'm not qualified to teach anybody to skate at this point. As the Louisville Cardinals with the face-off, it's going to be poked away by the Cougars into the neutral zone. Oh, roll all the way down. It's going to force goalie Rue to play it, and now grabbed by the Cougars in the neutral zone. A little bit of pressure being put on here, and at the very least, a good amount of time wasted so far. 20 seconds off the power play, and the Cougars are still possessing the puck in the neutral zone. Played back now into the defensive zone. Dumped all the way down the ice, all 200 feet of it, and now Piotti will grab it behind the net, and they're going to have to set up a play, and by the time that develops, you probably killed about 40, 45 seconds off of this power play.
That's what you're going to want. Just possess the puck, and that they can't do anything on it with the man advantage. So great job by the Cougars.
Oh, man, Christian Perry about makes something happen there, but he was just going too fast for the puck as the Cougars are just manhandling this power play unit of the Louisville Cardinals as they dump the puck in once again. And that wasn't even really a dump. That was just an errant pass that was almost an offensive breakout opportunity as the Louisville Cardinals now grab the puck, and they're going to try and make something happen. Go good stick on there. Was that by number 19? I think that was King Henson.
That was that's Perry there.
Yep, it's Christian Perry. I see his number now. Is now the Cougars play it up into the neutral zone, and it's rolled over to the goalie Rue. Rue plays it up behind his own net. Cardinals just haven't. I don't think they've had a serious look at the net during this entire power play. And if I'm on the bench, I am steaming at this because there's just the Cougars have shut you down hard so far. And just like that, here come the Cardinals, maybe with a good look here as they drop the center man, and it's going to go off of, I think, a stick maybe
good
there.
Saved by Noss, and Noss got it with his left skate. Way to read that pass. He's going back door that pass on the back post.
Is now a breakout opportunity. Oh, and a good diving poke check there. That's by Chris Wagner as now the puck rolls into the neutral zone. Cougars will play it into the defensive zone, and they're going to kill a little more time. Setting up behind the net there, that's Kyle Kohlerberg. He says, hey, man, you're on the penalty kill. You come make me do something. Yeah. As now the Cardinals step across the blue line. That's Emery. Emery trying to go around the net there, and he's almost loses control of the puck. He has a man up at the point who's diving in, and he's going to play it up along the far corner again now. Keep it in the far corner is the thought here. I mean, they can't make a good shot opportunity as the Cardinals get pushed off the puck, and they just manage to skate in circles around that far corner. 1:14 to go, and it's back to even strength. Cardinals play it up to the near point. Shot. Oh, and that's off a skate, and now played forward by the Cougars. Oh, and he can't find a man. That's to number 77. That's Trevor Daly. He just couldn't catch up with the puck. That wasn't a great pass as it's played to Ebersol. Ebersol loses control of it, and now to the blue line. Poked away and to the Cardinals. Cardinals have it along their own near circle. They're going to have a bad pass that's going to roll all the way down so to get called for icing. 45 seconds left. And if it holds, 45 seconds left, no guarantees. I think if you're SIUE, you're happy with this first period.
Yeah, I think so. I think you come out, you don't really know what to expect. You got one game under your belt with a pretty large freshman class. I think a key to look forward to in the next 45 seconds, the next few periods is with this being so early in the season, you kind of look at the team's conditioning, and you might see maybe a mistake that might not otherwise happen later in the year. Some of these kids, between rust, lack of chemistry, or just lack of conditioning, you might see a missed play or a misstep or a missed pass that might end up in the back of someone's net. So got to keep going until the buzzer sounds.
Absolutely. As the play rolls along here into the neutral zone for the Cougars, I mean, I'm talking about rust. I haven't called a hockey game since the last one we did here. I'm feeling it alongside these guys, but these guys are adapting to it a lot better than I am as the puck's played along the near board. Sittering pass now, shot, save made by Rue. That was a glove save up near the corner. I'm not sure that would have even hit the net, but cover it up anyway. 18 seconds left on the clock. 13 shots on goal for your SIUE Cougars. 10 shots on goal for the Louisville Cardinals.
It's a bit of a muffin by the SIU player. I'm sure he'd like to have that back with a great scoring opportunity right there, but Rue with a good save.
Face-off won by the Cougars. One last chance to make something happen here. Shot well above the net as it's going to ricochet up along the near boards. Poked forward now by the Cardinals. Cardinals lose control of it. Cougars poke it right back into the offensive zone, and everybody's pulling up with 3 seconds left. That might be the period as there's a little stick handling going on in the near corner. Oh, and a hit right before the buzzer. So at the end of your first period, the Cougars lead 2-1. They lead on shots on goal 13-10. We'll be back soon with some stats, and we'll be back with the second period as soon as possible. This is SIUE Cougar Hockey. All right, welcome back to a second period action here. The SIUE Cougars as the Cougars lead 2-1 after a productive first period. They had some great looks, got 2 goals out of it, a 1-goal lead coming out of the period. They had a good penalty kill. I mean, there was a lot of positives for the Cougars the first period, but wasn't perfect. As the Cougars win the faceoff, they'll play it in their defensive zone up along the near boards. Lots of pressure being put on by Louisville. They like to pressure that side, those sideboards pretty heavily as now they step across the blue line. Cougars a centering pass, shot, goal! I believe it was number 73, Lucas Tucker. That's his second of the day.
Heck of a play by Perry. Louisville has been pressuring, like you said, pressuring that one side, which is a massive mistake when you got a guy like Perry that whenever he's on the ice, he can create plays, score goals, do whatever he wants. And there's a prime example of that as he goes 2-on-1 and the nifty little feed to Tucker to bury it 5-0.
That's something I know I picked up on, and therefore, the players and coaches had to have picked up on it, is the Cardinals really strongly pressure that one side. Whatever the strong side of the puck is, they leave it open on the opposite side. And you can make things happen there as Malloy pushes it down along the near boards.
Worst thing you can do is leave the best player on the ice, or probably the best player between both benches, with an incredible amount of time and space.
And that's exactly what happened there. Is the Cardinals will just play it around the net here. Lots of staple gunning going on to the boards. There's 4 men involved now at fifth as it looks like it's about to break up, and there it goes. Cougars now take it along the near boards. Oh, they tried to break it out into the neutral zone. It's almost broken up, but it's picked up. That's by Joe Watson. Watson across the blue line, and he loses control of it. Now as the Cardinals will toss it in. That was a high pass and an even higher stick there by Joe Watson.
One of the things the Cougar coaches were commenting on in the locker room, alliteration aside, is that if they can keep their legs going, they can take it to Louisville. I think talent-wise, SIU might have the upper hand there, and they definitely had the better of the scoring chances. So as long as they just play their game, keep it simple, and don't do anything outside of their game, I think they're going to be in good shape.
And a puck right off the faceoff goes right up into that brand-new roof. There's no holes in it yet, but I'm sure by the end of the year we're going to be telling a different story.
Give it a month, it'll be raining pucks.
And the faceoff will go to the Cougars, who will poke it off into the neutral zone, but the Cardinals will play it straight into the near boards. I'll be grabbed by the Cougars, and they're going to try and make something happen, but the Cardinals will play it off into a centering pass into the far boards, and now play it up around the goalie. I'll find a stick up into the nets, and we'll do a face-off all over again. 18-12 going in the second period. 14-11 shots on goal in favor of the SIUE Cougars.
I think one thing Justin Nosser needs to be cognizant of is just staying focused. Games like this where he's not getting too many high-quality chances. He has 11 shots on goal right now. But in terms of quality chances, they're probably not as many as he would like. I know as a goaltender, you want to be kept busy, as plays like that where it's a rebound he should control, put in the corner, get left out into easy goal opportunities, and then he gets a second shot there, put right into the corner. That's probably where the first shot in that sequence should have gone. Luckily, cleaned up his own mess and threw it into the corner.
You see that every once in a while. If you don't face enough action as a goalie, you just can't get into the zone, and you become not as cognizant of how the puck's going to play on that particular day. It shut down Ryan Miller for the Blues quite a few years ago. Was the theory of why that experiment didn't work, is now the Louisville Cardinals win the faceoff shot, and it's going to get caught in traffic now into the far corner. Played up and around the goalie by the Cougars, up into the near wing here, as it's going to be poked away and played back behind the net now once again. That'll be to number 26, Drew LaRose. LaRose now up along the far corner, trying to break it out, but look at all those Redbirds on the far corner. And here go the Cougars. They'll break into the neutral zone at the very least. Off the ricochet, that's number 10, Bryce Simon. Simon with a drop pass, but can't quite find anything, as the Redbirds will break it out into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Shot save made there by Nosser.
Good stop by Nosser there, just taking away the short side.
And now the Cardinals will play it up into the they'll play it up to the blue line, and they'll poke it right back around into the Cougars' hands along the near wing. Poked up along the near boards, and it'll be played back in by the Cardinals. Loose puck now grabbed by the Cougars. Cougars play it up into the neutral zone. That'll be a 2-on-2. Now a 3-on-2 as a man catches up. That's number 71, Corey Sperry, but it'll be marked offsides. And the Cougars will have to re-enter the zone again.
I think that's a play where you need to forage into the zone when you got another a line mate pretty much even in speed with you. To not dangle at the blue line and get your teammate offside. They had a potential 3-on-2 right there, and just kind of a little lackadaisical play created an offside call.
All right, well, there goes the face-off, won by the Cougars. Cougars now in the neutral zone along to the offensive zone. They're in clean, and now it's going to be poked away by the Louisville Cardinals. Cougars will go play chase the puck down, and they'll do just that. Kane Henson fires it around the boards up to the near point in the Louisville Cardinals' hands. Back around the boards now as Kane Henson grabs it, and he'll be smothered off the puck there as the Cardinals just barely get control of the puck, lose it, and then barely get control of the puck again. Now a centering pass. Oh, but he couldn't find the man now as the Cougars will try and break it out. Nope. Grabbed in by Rosel. Rosel will take a shot from the blue line, but it will be covered up. And now there's a big altercation going on. Keep out of it.
That's one thing the Cougars have done tonight is finish their hits, playing a little bit more tenacity. They're not letting the puck carrier get away with too much, and they're going to try and do some fancy stuff. They're going to be right in their face, so they're going to really make them earn it.
And so I think we might see a penalty here. Here we are.
Probably got some offsetting.
Yeah, there we go. Offsetting a tip for number 10 and number 19. So for the Louisville Cardinals, that'll be on Nick Guidry. And for the SIUE Cougars, of course, that'll be on Kane Henson.
I tell you what, just a little side note, as a Cougar alumni, I've been coming here for the last 16 years. So having started playing in 2003, it's really really nice to see the development that's gone on around the Eastgate Plaza with stuff to do. It doesn't look like it's just decimated by a tornado. Now you've got the elite hockey facility. JJ Thermos is an incredible place. We got any college listeners at home, take your first date there. It's a heck of a place. Great pad in the back of the restaurant, hockey themed bar. So yeah, get there as often as you can. Come to the game, get 10% off of your bill.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank JJ Thermos. They printed out our tickets for us as the puck's covered up there by Rue. They printed out our tickets for us. They've partnered up with us for the entirety of the season. JJ Thermos, it's a great place. You can catch me after the game there for sure. And it'll be a great place, great hockey bar as the Cardinals will win the faceoff up along the far boards. Here go the Redbirds into the neutral zone. Into the offensive zone, and it'll be pushed away by the defense on a wide shot now as the Cardinals play it up along the near boards. He just blows a tire. Malloy just loses control of it as now Emery plays it into a centering pass. Malloy, if Malloy could have calmed that puck down, he might have just redeemed himself, but instead, that was just a weak shot into the glove of Nasser.
Yeah, I think he wants that one back. That's not what you're going to want coming through all alone on a 3-on-1 with a pretty nice and easy pass to handle from the corner. He'll probably have nightmares about that one later on. We'll see.
We fall down on the puck, and the way to make everybody forget about that is to score. And just a weak shot there. It was tailor-made for the Cardinals. You don't get many better opportunities than that, and they'll score on worse opportunities as the game moves forward. The shot from the Cardinals, save made right into the breadbasket of Nasser.
If they have a rookie fine or a team fund, I'm sure that guy donated about $20 on that shift because that was absolutely pathetic.
I mean, fair enough. It was pretty rough.
We're not pulling any punches here. I'm not afraid.
What are you gonna do? You're a coach. You're not paid for that.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna see that kid.
And the face-off is won by the Cougars, played along the far boards now, up and across the blue line into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-3 for the Cougars as the defense has a man advantage on the breakout here. Puck is going to be played along the near boards, and it'll be bumped off there by two Louisville Cardinals as now they'll break it into the neutral zone. Tries to thread the needle between two men there as the Cougars just play it into the neutral zone. That'll be grabbed by Cobb. Cobb now in the defensive zone, plays it D to D as they try and set something up as we take just under 15 minutes to go in the second period. Good little stick handling there going on along the far boards, but they're going to lose control of it as now the Cougars try and take it around the net, and they're going to try and take it out into the neutral zone. They'll do just that. Here we go, now going the other way. That's number 73, Lucas Tucker. He already has a goal to his name, or 2 goals to his name so far. As there's going to be a little scrum along the boards there as the Louisville Cardinals will take it right away. No shots on that offensive attack, and it's going the other way.
He was offsides by 5 feet, but they'll let the play keep going. Burkhart was way offsides.
Way offsides, but they don't call it, and the Cougars get caught looking there on a pass to the point. Oh, it's off the pad of Nasser, and that was almost up into the top corner. Now as the offsetting penalties get off, and the Cougars break it into the offensive zone. Shot save made there by the goalie, Rue.
That's it's a very manageable shot. I think Rue's played a pretty textbook game. He's not letting any cheap goals in. He's got to make the Cougars work for it. He's playing a sound fundamental game. He's not really letting up many rebounds from shots from non-difficult opportunities. You're going to get rebounds throughout the game. It's a given. It's just what happens in the game. But shots like that need to be controlled, and he did that. Good on him.
Yeah, I think as you'll find as the Redbirds win the faceoff, I think you'll find that the possession numbers are really what bears this game out, because the Cougars are spending a lot of time on the attack, or at least in possession of the puck, as they are now into the neutral zone. The Cardinals just don't seem to have many high opportunity scoring chances, and they don't seem to hold the puck in the zone with any authority for very long, as Rossell takes it into along the near boards. A little stick handling there, and he's going to pass it against the back of the net there, as the Redbirds will take the puck up along the blue line. Passed up, poked away, and now the puck will find its way into the near corner, up the near boards, being taken away by the Cougars. It's number 22, Braden Rowe. Rowe across the blue line. A little stick handling there. He's going to turn around, see if he can find a man, and he'll wing it right around the boards, as it'll be grabbed now in the near corner. Poked forward, and that'll be fielded by the Cardinals. Oh, and it takes a spill, and he's down.
That didn't look pretty.
No, it didn't, but he's going to get back up, and the play will continue to go on. We'll see if he was going to take a shift off or something there, because that didn't look too pretty, as a centering pass for the Louisville Cardinals goes awry, and here go the Cougars back the other way. 2 men on. They're going to dump it in, and it's going to be played around by number 63, Alec Marshall, who already has 2 goals on the season so far. And the puck will be played away now by the Louisville Cardinals up around the net there, and a lot of physical hits going on up in the corners. It's getting increasingly physical. You can tell these teams are getting sick of each other right now, as the centering pass is just going to bounce over the stick of the center man. Played forward by the blue man, hands up for a penalty, and it's touched by the Cardinals. Oh, and we have another altercation here.
I think the physicality is benefits SIU here. I think they're laying more of the hits, more of the effective hits. And I think it's going to, as long as they can stay out of the box, which it doesn't look like they will, unless you brought. It looks like they're going to even it up here.
So the penalty will go on number 77, Trevor Daly. And we'll get back to you on the number of the SIUE, or of the Louisville Cardinals.
Looked like Miller for Louisville, if that's a guy.
Probably Malloy.
Well, yeah.
I'd say
number
Tommy
2,
Malloy.
yeah.
Oh, 22. Okay, 2. Malaya. Second team. It's a bit of confusion with the refs here. Is the tie scoreboard off here? Or offsetting 4-minute penalties here.
Seems a little egregious, but you'll get that with the kind of officiating you see here in the Midwest.
Pulling no punches again here, as the Louisville Cardinals win the faceoff up into the neutral zone. They'll just take a little chip shot straight into the Cougars' hands. Cougars will play it D to D, and both teams on a 4-on-4 here are licking their lips. They know that this is a great opportunity for some offense to happen. Oh, and a bad cover up there, and it's going to be bumped off the center man. Oh, that was a close call there for the Louisville Cardinals. And Rue, by failing to cover that puck up, might have made the biggest mistake he's made all game.
I'm going to keep talking about not giving up cheap goals if we keep getting bounces like that.
Oh, man. So there goes Christian Perry. Perry with the puck along the far boards. Played up, centering. Oh, and it's going to be poked away there by Rue. It's still bouncing around there. Where's the puck? It'll be taken away by the Cardinals. That was 3 or 4, maybe 5 shots into the pads of Rue, as now the puck is being fought over in the near boards. SIUE has had solid possession thus far of the 4-on-4. They're going to go D to D from the far point. Center shot. Oh, and it's out of the goal. No goal there. That looked like a surefire thing as the puck is played now along the near boards.
That's a hell of a save by Rue. Fully stretched out of his left paw. That was a hell of a save.
Game recognized game there, say the Cougars. And now the Louisville Cardinals will try and break the puck out of their own defensive zone, but they'll fail again, as now the Cougars find a little bit of space in the slot. Shot blocker save straight up into the air, as now the puck's played along the near boards. up to the near point. That's Kane Hinson. Hinson has a lot of room to step forward. He's going to fire it. It's going to go into the legs. That looks like it was the legs of Cobb. It's now the Cougars played along the far corner into the neutral zone. Oh, and Rue comes out to make the save, but it squeaks away from him, and there was an empty net there for a hot second. As now the Cardinals played away. It's a one-on-one, bumped off the puck, and the Cougars finish their checks still. Played up to Tucker. Tucker up along the blue line, whistle, and that'll look like it's offsides.
That offsides greatly benefits Louisville as they were, I guess, back on their heels. I would say something a little bit worse than that, but that's all I can come up with at the moment. It was total domination right there by SIUE. That was college against Kiwis. It wasn't close, except for their goaltender making that giant left pad save. This should at least be 4-1.
And that was a great left pad save, and the blocker save as well was not a bad save either. Yep. Great sequence there. And, of course, there was also a series where he got 3 or 4 shots peppered at him right in the slot. Rue is really playing out of his mind in this little section here in this 4-on-4.
Yeah, all those shots are pretty high quality with no slouches taking those shots. So good on him for the sequence of plays right there.
As the Cardinals step it up to the blue line. Shot. Oh, it's a roller. Rebound, scores. And that is number 11. Suka scored his second goal of the game. It's 3-2. And the Louisville Cardinals make it closer to even.
And a lot of times goalies can't score goals, or very rarely will they get assists. But on plays like Rue had in the last 2 minutes, that'll give your team a lot of jump. And generally, you see a couple of great saves that really give some jam to your bench, and usually see something come down the other way.
As the SIUE Cougars with the faceoff, will be played to Malloy. Oh no, he's going to miss it. Now going the other way. That's Cole Ebersol into the offensive zone. He's going to be pushed down. It's going to take a crash into the boards. As now the Cougars will corral it in the slot area. They're going to play it off into the far circle, into the far boards now from Ebersol up to the blue line. That'll be number 8, Kyle Kohlerberg will keep it in. Played it down to the far corner. Centering pass, shot by Ebersol. Goal! He wears the number 91, and he just got the good goal there. First goal of the season for Cole Ebersol.
Way to bury it, Ebersol. Nice shot with nice feed. Good play all the way around. Way to rebound after giving up that second goal. And now, as a goalie, you give up a goal after making 5 incredible saves, and now you feel small.
Well, I as a goalie, I'm always notoriously soft on goalies, but if I'm Rue here and I get one word of guff from my teammates, I'm gonna point at possession and how long SIUE and how many great chances they've had throughout the game thus far, and I'm gonna say, look, unless you expect me to have a shutout, there's a breakaway opportunity there. It's gonna be poked away, but oh wait, now Rue has no stick. It'll be picked up by his teammate as the Cardinals break it out. Into the offense.
Cotton, he has no stick.
And it'll be intercepted there by the Cougars. Whistle.
Interference.
Yeah. Well, interference call there. But anyway, if I'm getting a word of guff, if I'm Rue, I'm just going to point to the amount of shots, high quality shots that they've had, that the Cougars have had against him thus far. Because he is not the reason you're losing this game.
Not at all. SIU's got to stay out of the box here. It looks like Wags took a interference behind the play. Our penalty kill was strong earlier in the game, but 4-on-3 has a lot more ice, a lot more time and space. Even a team, maybe a less talented team, can get back into it with this kind of opportunity.
It's almost an entirely different sport when it's this many fewer players. The amount of space is so ridiculously larger as the puck's played along the blue line by Cobb. Cobb plays it up now along the point. Now back down to the far boards, back up to the center of the blue line. And pressure put on there. That's a good job by Joe Watson, forcing the man to pass down to the near corner. Up to Emery. Emery looks around. He's going to dish it out to the far boards. Now back to the far corners. Backdoor chance. Shot. Whew. And the puck will be played around by the Cougars.
Little trepidatious moment there for Nasser going into the VH right there. But look, kept the pad out. Kept the puck out.
And the puck will be played around as the 2 men off for 4 minutes are out. Now it'll be a 5-on-4. Oh, breakout from Tucker. Tucker. Possession. Shot. Scores. And he came right out of the box, right off the bench. And that's a hat trick. Lucas Tucker with a hat trick tonight.
We got some sad pandas not going back to the Cardinal bench, slamming their sticks. That's a $200 mistake right there. You can't bust your equipment over a goal. You got to come back and regain that goal you just gave up. Good awareness by Tucker coming out of the box. And for a second there, 2-on-0 and going blocker side. Maybe they found something on Rue here. The last 2 goals have gone between the arm and body of Rue.
It's so my hat's off. I think if I toss it on there, I might get a little too much lit from the refs. But my hat is off. You can trust me here.
I wouldn't pop that on the ice. That's a sick Islanders hat.
It's the old Gorton's Fisherman logo, and I saw that shopping in New York, and I was like, I gotta have that.
Yeah, it's the guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer on there.
As the Cardinals dump it in, and that'll be covered up by the goalie Nasser. So 8 minutes left. Shots on goal are even, 20 apiece. Cougars are still on the penalty kill. 47 seconds left to go. And the faceoff is won by the Louisville Cardinals. Shot made on Nasser. It'll be redirected up into the nets.
Those are the plays you need from your attendees. Plays like that are very manageable. If you can put those up into the netting, get a stoppage, that gives your guys a little bit of a break. It kind of messes with the momentum of the team on the man advantage. So it's anytime you can get a whistle and manage the puck like that will make Coach Taylor Emmerich and crew very happy.
Face-off won there by the Louisville Cardinals. They'll play it up along the boards behind the goalie, and it'll be jumped back along the near boards. Now it's going to be dished up to the far point, Cobb, but it can't be kept in as he played it to Piatti. Piatti to Holmes. Holmes in center ice now across the red line. Across the blue line to Rossell. Rossell. Somebody will get a stick on him before he finds his way to Rossell, but nevertheless, he has it. Shot on. Save made by Nasser. It was on the outside of his glove. He made this save, and now the Cardinals will maintain the puck behind Nasser. They're going to play it up to the near point of Cobb. Cobb dishes it to the far point. Shot on. Ricochet. Nasser makes the save. Looked like a last-second redirect there in the middle slot area, I would say. Nasser makes a glove save anyway.
Yeah, way to keep his eyes on it. That's especially on shots like that where it wasn't particularly a hard shot, but tipped there at the last second. He's got to stay focused and makes the save. Doesn't give up a rebound, which is key.
And so the face-off win will go to the SIUE Cougars. Cougars now, they're going to dish it up, and they'll be intercepted. Now played to the Louisville Cardinals. Shot save made by Nasser as the puck will roll around along the far boards. Body put on there by the Cougars is now that'll be grabbed by Holmes. Holmes looks to Malloy, but Malloy isn't there as now the Cougars will play it up and into the neutral zone. Into the neutral zone go the Cougars. Cougars play it up, and that'll be grabbed by Emery. Emery plays it up in the neutral zone. A lot of neutral zone action happening right now as the puck will be whistled out of play, I think.
We were talking about that team fund. I think Zerlini's going to donate $1 by hitting his own teammate in the bench with that puck. This energy line by the Cougars, they're going to look to bang some bodies, get the pucks in deep, and create some scoring opportunities here.
Ford, Zerlini, Paris on the offensive line here. The face-off is won by the Cougars, played back to the D-men. D to D they go, and now up along the far boards. That'll go all the way down, hands up for icing, and there's the whistle. Speaking of, you mentioned Coach Taylor Emmerich. There's also Coach Nick Edwards, who everybody here should be familiar with. A couple new faces, though. Assistant Coach Nick Zellmer, trainer Reese Ramirez joined the SIUE Cougars this season. Not a bad home opener for those two. Face-off won by the Louisville Cardinals. Shot on off the face-off from the point. Save made by Nasser, and now the puck's loose, and it'll be taken away by Louisville up along the near boards. Emery steps up, shot. Save made again low on the left pad of Nasser as the puck will be played off into the neutral zone. Louisville can't quite poke the puck forward as now the Cougars will walk away with it, and they're going to dish it right to the near boards. Oh, and there's a man standing right there in the slot area. Shot, save made by Nasser, again off that pad. And now there's a hand up for a whistle. That looks like it will be on number 92, Drake Ford.
Hit in the back. The guy was all alone. Good save by Nasser to recognize the guy that was there, and he didn't panic. He got over, got set, and the guy tried to go 5-spot on him and wasn't having it. keep the legs tight, stick down. On an opportunity like that, you got to make yourself big and take everything away, and he did just that.
And so you said earlier, the Cougars have to stay out of the box, and by my count, that is 4 penalties in the second period compared to 1 in the first period. You got 4 penalties in the second period. You're lucky to still be up by 3.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's the only way that Louisville is going to get back in the game is by taking penalties and getting into the box, because really a lot of their possession time is going to be on special teams.
The funny part is, if I'm Louisville, I'm thinking, is this football? Can I decline a penalty as they try and center a pass here? A shot, save made by Nasser as the puck will roll out. I'm thinking, man, can I deny some penalties, because SIUE has a shorthanded goal and a couple just periods of pure domination on the penalty kill so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been their strong point. Maybe, and again, with fatigue setting in, then maybe they come back and get one here, but we shall see. Hopefully the Cougars will stay out of the box and it'll be a moot point, but we'll see how the game plays out here.
And now the Redbirds step across the blue line. They'll play it up, and that'll be fielded by Nasser as they re-enter the zone. Played along the far boards off a guy's skate. I don't even think he knew it was there as it's passed along into the neutral zone. Along the blue line there. Good move put on, but they can't quite corral it. As now Christian Perry plays it along behind the net. It's going to be broken out by 4 Louisville Cardinals who are there to play the puck. That, of course, means the SIUE is there to defend, as it's a 3-on-3 going the other way. That's Cobb. Cobb tries to put a move on, and it's going to be put out of play there. 4:41 to go. 49 seconds left in the penalty.
You talked earlier about our coaches and adding Nick Zelmer to the staff. That he's a guy that in his career he was a great, very solid defenseman. Brings a lot of knowledge to the game, and will be able to teach and keep the guys defensively sound. And I think it'll be a big addition to the team.
Yeah, I saw him, I think it was on Thursday, going over some of the drills, and he just seemed to have that knowledge of how to handle the defenders. He should be a really great addition, like you said, as it's played to Emery now along the far boards up to the far point. Centering pass, or not a centering pass, excuse me. It's going to go up along the near boards, and they're just going to pass it side to side here, just play tennis width-wise around the thing. Loose puck, shot, score, and Nasser was out of position there. It's 5-3. Louisville gets themselves back on the board.
It looked like it got underneath his pad as he went down in the butterfly, and that gave the Cardinal player on the back door a wide open cage.
So that looks like number 8, Cobb. Number 8. That's number 8, Bailey Emery. My bad. So Bailey Emery gets on the board. And so SIUE wins the faceoff. They'll play it off. That's Ebersol into the offensive zone. Dropped in now and played along behind the boards. Ebersol just making a nuisance up along the far boards there as the Louisville Cardinals just try and move it along. They move it into the neutral zone, but the Cougars are making it hectic there in the neutral zone, and so they'll dump it right back in, and the Louisville Cardinals will go play chase one more time. Lots of pressure put on here by the Cardinals, but the Cougars will walk away with it. They'll step up in the high slot area.
Oh!
Shot! Score! That was sniped out of the corner!
That's pretty. Good patience by Ebersol.
Oh, man, that was a great goal. So that's Ebersol's second of the night.
This is the worst feeling as a goaltender now. They're swapping tendies right now. I gotta hand it to Rue. Maybe 6 goals in a little bit over half the game, but this is more of a this is not on him. This is more of a save him for tomorrow, I think, as opposed to him actually playing bad.
Well, interestingly enough, in their last game, Spencer Rue, even though it was a shutout, Spencer Rue only played 20 minutes, and Quinn Fessler, who is in right now, played 40 minutes for the Louisville Cardinals despite a shutout. And so Louisville moved the puck into the offensive zone. Played up. Now a shot from a poor angle, and that's on Nasser. Nasser makes the save. No problem. There's Malloy, who takes a shot from the near point. Oh, that was a low daisy cutter of a shot there as it's played up to the far point. Shot, that's wide of Nasser. And now the Cougars will poke it into the neutral zone. I think part of the thing of swapping your goalies there is you just want something fresh. I mean, Rue is, there's no way, he's not a little bit in his head They're down 6-2.
Yeah, he had the that amazing sequence of saves, and I think on the next 5 shots, the Cougars scored 3 goals. That's the way that the game works. I think as a coach, you pull the goalie to get a bit of a timeout. Tell your players, hey, we kind of let this guy hung out to dry. We need to pick it up for him.
And so, meanwhile, shot from the blue line in a shot that I think would have gone wide of the net. But either way, Nasser dives over, puts his stick down, and it's redirected into the net. I thought maybe he had made a huge stick save, but I think that puck was going wide.
I think it was deflected wide, but
they had a shot for the point there off the right pad of Nasser. Rebound, shot, score, and now it's 6-4 Louisville. Here come the Cardinals. And that'll go to number 21, Jacob Chicalisi.
That's just a miss, man. That guy is all alone. Puck's got to get out by the D. That's just missed opportunity by SIU, and the puck ends up in the back of their net. His first goal of his career as they take the puck back to the Cardinal bench.
So Jacob Chicalisi gets his first goal of the career, and the Cougars win the faceoff, and now both teams have suddenly figured out how to score. There's a body of the puck. Oh, and a backhanded shot. My word, what a goal there from Joe Watson. Save that one for the highlight reel.
I don't know if we talked about this before the game, but in the last 3 minutes of the second period, you just don't play with goalies, so every puck's going in. But that's not something you want to see. Your first attempt in the net for the new Cardinal netminder to let that goal in. That's a backbreaker late. Your team's coming back down 2. And then to give one up on your first attempt it's heartbreaking.
So that's the first goal scored on Quinn Fessler this season in about, I would say, 43 minutes of time played. And so face-off won by the Louisville Cardinals. Cardinals will dish it now behind their own goalie. Fessler just gave up the 7th goal of the Cougars. And here's another shot. Oh, it's off the post. Or no, it was missed the goal and it hit the backboards. Looked, it was like it was off the post for my vantage point.
Quality opportunity.
It was still a good opportunity, absolutely, as the Cardinals just try desperately to break it out of their own zone. And you just see the Cougars, the way they apply pressure, they just don't let you enter that neutral zone very well. They know that this is still their offensive possession. This is still their time on attack as Kane Hinson takes it, dumps it right back in. He's going to take a hit up against the boards from Scott. And that'll be played by Fessler behind the net. Sealed now to the Cardinals, who will deal it to Scott in the near corner in their own defensive zone. And like I said, the Louisville Cardinals might be possessing this puck, but that is all Cougars right there as they'll fire it all the way down for icing.
It's good to see a little resolve, a little kickback from the SIU club after giving up a goal. Actually, the last 2 goals they've given up, they come right back and score another one. So it's good to see on them to not just give up a goal and then the snowball continues to build. They're stopping it at 1 and answering themselves, so it's good on them.
Face-off won by the Louisville Cardinals. Cardinals will now play it up along the far boards. Shot. Oh, and it's a save made by Fessler. He almost bobbled that puck a little bit, but covered it right back up on a shot by Perry.
I'm throwing everything I can at the net right now. I don't think he's that first goal. You're going to be a little rattled, especially at your first opportunity in the game. You're coming in fresh. You're away from your bench. You haven't seen a shot in about 2 hours, so you're coming in cold. Throw everything you can on net. Maybe you get a bouncy too.
Face-off one, shot off the face-off, goal for the SIUE Cougars. And it's 8-2, or 8-4, excuse me. And the Cougars take another 4-goal lead. And this is just falling all apart for the Louisville Cardinals.
Craig Ford with an absolute rip. Walker side. That guy is pumped. That whole line is pumped. And when Craig Ford and that line gives you offense, your team is having a good night. It just picks the boys up, and that's what you want to see. Depth scoring, that always helps a team out. That wins teams games, and that's what you need right there.
Ebersol across the blue line after the victory of the face-off there as the Cougars will play it up along the blue line. Shot will go wide. Back to Ebersol. Ebersol just can't corral it there as now the Louisville Cardinals will play it up. Oh, they're going for the home run pass, but they're not going to find it as the Bucks played along the near boards in the Louisville offensive zone. Centering pass, get it out of there. They will back to the blue line. Shot. Oh, and there's so many players around Justin Nasser. Oh, and there's pushing and shoving. He touched the goalie.
I think the initial penalty was going to Nasser for cleaning up his own garbage in the crease. If a goalie takes a player down, I don't know how you give him a penalty. He's got all that gear on. It's very cumbersome to actually do something like that, and I question the guy's skating ability going down. Good on him. That, again, that'll spark the team. You don't want to give up anything late, especially within the last minute. Right now, you've doubled the lead, or you're up by double right now. You don't want to give up anything late and give this team a heartbeat or a pulse going into the third period.
So the penalty will go on number 26, Drew LaRose. There's a little fist bump there from Caleb Curry on the bench. Saying, hey, you know, watch out for us, appreciate it. And if you're going to take an offsetting penalty in defense of your own goalie, that's fine. That's low on the list of egregious penalties. Very low.
Yeah, those are the penalties that save goals or defending your netminder. I don't think the coaches would be too mad about that.
So SIUE will now have 2 in the box.
I got to think one is serving for Nasser and the other is after the play, but we'll see what they got here.
So Marshall and Drew LaRose are in the box. We'll see who's for what. But either way, there are 53 seconds left here in the second period. Now, we just said that, you know, if you defend the goalie, that's a penalty that you can look past. But what I can't look past is this is now 6 penalties in the second period. You need to clean up your game if you're the SIUE Cougars.
You're running out of room there on your sheet. Yeah, they need to stay a little bit more disciplined. There's, again, that penalty, that's one you're going to want to do. You need to take. You don't want to get owned in your own crease, but yeah, they got to stay out of the box, stay out of the extracurricular stuff. Right. The other thing on the flip side, it's late in the period. If you can get out of this period clean, I think Nas is held down. The one thing you worry about as a goalie is somebody's getting in your cage and you answer back is how do you respond to that? Are you still thinking about that guy, or are you past it and you're just ready to dominate that team?
Face-off won by Louisville Cardinals, but it'll rocket all the way down. 45 seconds left to go as Louisville sets up in their own defensive end. You know, I always set these penalty sheets. Oh, and a loose puck whistle there.
A slash on the wrist by Tack there. Again, now they're up to 40 seconds left. Now this is a crucial opportunity. This is make or break here for Louisville.
Louisville, I mean, they're down by 4, but with that many players in the box and Alec Marshall, who's already scored a goal, I have to assume they're looking at a 5-on-3. And this isn't just a 5-on-3, a golden opportunity, but Cougars are missing players who have made an impact this game so far.
For sure.
.40 seconds to go. Face-off won by Louisville. Louisville played up to the blue line, up to the near point. That's Guidry. Guidry looks, centers, and then passes it all the way across. Now grabbed by the wing on the side of the goal there. It'll be played forward by the Cougars into the neutral zone. Maybe a couple slashes there, and the hands up for a slash. There's now Kane Henson with room. Shoots. Oh, it's off the side of the net, and there's a whistle, and now we're going to see a penalty on the Louisville Cardinals.
That's just an incredible play between Joe Watson and Kane Henson. Kane is just showing off the skill there. Going around 3 guys, 5-on-3. He's got the stones to go down the ice and make a play, and now you've lessened the load here. Now it's instead of a 5-on-3, it's a 4-on-3, and you're going to end up with a power play after our 2 penalties expire. And the faceoff's in the other zone. So now you're 16 seconds left, and the probability of them coming down the ice 4-on-3 and scoring, considering how they've played so far, isn't that high. So good on Kane, good on Joe for the attempt to get it out, and Kane to finish up the work and create that scoring opportunity.
There's definitely a reason that Kane Henson is wearing the captain's C as he takes a shot from the near corner, or the near point, as it's played now into the neutral zone for the Louisville Cardinals. They're going to step all across the blue line. One more chance. 4 seconds to go. Centering pass. Save made by Nasser. Rebound, and the clock will expire. Nasser makes a save right there as the clock expires. Great job there for the Cougars to kill off that little bit. That was a crucial opportunity for the Cardinals, but the Cougars aren't done yet. We'll be back shortly with the third period. You're listening to SIUE Cougar Hockey. All right. Well, those of you who are sticking with us through the period here, we thank you for your patience as we get the ice nice and zammed up for a third period of this tilt. We're going to go through the score sheet real quick here. We're going to go through the penalties first for SIUE in the second period. The first period, Braden Rowe took the only one with 14:46 remaining for a slash. Kane Hinsman took an unsportsmanlike. Then Daly took a high sticking. Wagner with 9:13 took an interference. Cole Ford with a hit from behind. Drew LaRose with a roughing at 53 seconds left. Marshall took a roughing. Alex Marshall took a roughing with 53 seconds left. And then Blake Takmasian took a slash with 47 seconds remaining. The only goal scored on all of these power plays and penalty kills was off of Cole Ford's penalty kill. The SIUE Cougars scored a shorthanded. That's the second period for the Louisville Cardinals. That's the second period for the SIUE Cougars. For the Louisville Cardinals, Cobb has penalty, 15:21 to go in the first period. Malia with 10:01 to go in the first period. An elbowing call. Kidry gets an unsportsmanlike. That was offsetting. Malia, a roughing call in the second period. And then Malia again with 16.1 seconds to go in the second period with a slashing call. Goals so far, we have 3 by Tucker, so congratulations to Lucas Tucker. I know Mom and Dad, you're probably watching. Lucas Tucker with a hat trick. Cole Ebersult with 2 goals, so he's on a hat trick watch. And then Alec Marshall, Joe Watson, and Cole Ford with the other goals. Sukas for the Louisville Cardinals has 2 goals. Emery has 1, and Chicalis has 1 as well. Score is 8-4. SIUE has 2 penalties on the board, one with 1:01 remaining, one with 1:13 remaining going into the third period, and the Louisville Cardinals have 1 as well with 1:37 remaining. We'll be back with the third period of this exciting tilt coming up. You're watching SIUE Hockey. All right, welcome back to third period action here with SIUE Cougar Hockey. Special shout out to JJ Thermos. JJ Thermos right next door in Eastgate. They've helped us so much this season, and really, if you're looking for a great sports bar, great hockey bar, I cannot recommend it enough. They're good friends of the program. As the Louisville Cardinals win the faceoff, they're going to take it across the blue line, drop pass back to the high slot area. Looking is Ryan. He'll go D to D with it. Cobb will turn it around, and he'll play it up around the net. Louisville down by 4 goals as they play it up into the near point. And we're talking, the only option they have is to be aggressive here as Ryan drops down for a pass down on the near wing now to back up to the near point to point. And they're just playing it down. They're playing it down onto the side of the goalie, looking for somebody to step up in the center, but nothing really happening. Ryan has the puck, and it's going to be centered one more time. Oh, Nasser slides way out of position. Turnaround shot, save made by Nasser.
Yeah, a little over aggressive there. He kind of lost his stick. For the most part, that power play, they had possession, but there was nothing coming of it. All the passes are pretty lax. Nasser's tracking the puck, following it from point to point. Got a little antsy with the guy back door, but managed to make the save.
And Guidry passes the puck up to the far point. Down to the near point is Ryan. Back to the far point. That'll miss Cobb. Cobb has to go play catch up, and he'll play it over into the far corner. Oh, get out of the way there, referee, as the ref steps on the puck. Cougars will now break it out across the blue line. Into the neutral zone. Drop pass, centering pass. Oh, and it just gets under the stick there of Corey Sperry, as that Sperry, Simon, and Hinson line is out there right now. Hinson lines up in the near point as the puck rolls his way. He's going to step up in the neutral zone, dishes it out, and now we'll come back to Hinson. No, it's off a skate, and here go the Cardinals. Cardinals across the blue line. SIUE has men all over for the centering pass, and that'll just roll into the far corner. Pressure put on there by the Cougars, and the Cougars will break it out again here. And so it's back to full strength here. Oh, Cobb goes low, takes down a man, and now puck will roll, nets off its moorings, and that was a good save there by the goalie Fessler on a rebound, I think it was, but the nets off its moorings. A lot of happening right there in those couple seconds.
Nice play right in front of us by Bryce Simon. Takes a hit to make a play right there. The little touch pass to the viewers at home might not look like a whole lot, but when a guy's bearing down at you at 15, 20 miles an hour, to make a finesse pass to spring an odd man break and an offensive chance. That's a great play by Bryce to keep that going.
Those are just as impressive, and I think take even more skill and more determination to make than the large home run passes that get the oohs and the odds. As now a win off the faceoff, shot in the slot area, save made by Fessler, as now the Louisville Cardinals will try and break it out of their own zone. But as has been the story all night, they're having all sorts of problems as Cobb just can't corral it, and now they'll break it out into the neutral zone across the blue line. It's a 1-on-2 situation. He finds his way around a man, but a centering pass is going to go off Nasser. That play just developed too late, as now the Cougars try and push it out. Chickalise dumps it back into Nasser. And I would think the Cardinals want to play with more intensity than this, but I don't see the intensity in this period.
Yeah, right now they're being down 4. They really have nothing to lose outside of already being down 4. If they lose by 6 or 8, it's still a loss in the column. So right now they got to kind of stir the pot a little bit and keep the Cougars in the box if they can keep doing it. Because right now the Cougars have been undisciplined through 2. That's going to be their only way back if they're going to overcome this 4-goal deficit.
And so a little bit banging going on along the near boards now as the puck rolls along to the far boards. It's dumped there, and it's picked up by the Cardinals. Cardinals will play it towards Nasser. Nasser pokes it into the far corner. And here go the Cardinals again. They're going to play it up. Oh, and they're looking at the back door, drags it around, and it's going to go off the net, and it's going to be grabbed by the SIUE Cougars. Cougars now playing it around the net. That's number 8, Kyle Colabert. Colabert plays it up into the neutral zone, and he'll dump it in, and they're going to take advantage of that for a line change. The Cougars have been in their defensive zone for a while, so they probably needed that more than you think. Now there's number 73, Lucas Tucker, applying pressure, and the puck will just get dumped up to Christian Perry in the neutral zone. A little stick handling going on there. It goes awry, and here goes a good slap shot and a better save by Justin Nasser off a Redbird chance there. I think he got a little antsy on taking that shot.
Yeah, he was running out of time and space there, and he had to get something away, and he's able to wind up from the ladies' tees, and Nasser came up with a good save.
And here goes the Cougars. They'll win the face-off up along the far boards into the neutral zone. You know, as a goalie, you just hate when somebody lines up in the ladies' tee. It's just like you're gonna take a shot, take it like a man, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost just a cheap shot as now Christian Perry takes it into the neutral zone. It'll be poked away, but kept in by Tucker. Tucker just can't maintain control of it. He's bumped off the puck by another Cardinal. That's Roussel.
Yeah, one of those slap shots from inside. It's either it's a curse and it's kind of awesome too, because at the same time the closer the player moves into, the less of an angle he has to shoot. So it's just going to be a save that's just going to hurt a little bit if he shoots hard.
And the SIUE Cougars will lose the puck back into the neutral zone. That's Christian Perry. He'll play it up in the defensive zone, up along the near boards, and that's going to end up being a dump pass grabbed by Peyote. Kidry will bump a man off the puck, and the puck will find its way to the goalie, Fissler.
Already chasing down.
And the puck will roll along the
Energy
far
line.
boards. The energy line tonight has been a difference maker for the Cougars. It's not just bringing the energy, but it's giving the Cougars the energy, the bench the energy. They've been exciting and fun to watch now as the puck is played up along the point. Shot for the point. Oh, they're going to whiff on it, and now here go the Cardinals the other way. 3-on-1 for the Cardinals, but they don't have control of the puck. Kane Hinson will grab that, and he'll just dump it right over into the neutral zone straight to Austin Zerlini.
Ford and Zerlini had a cup of coffee with the team last year, and it's awesome what they bring to the table because on paper they're not the most skilled guys. They're not the guys and be like, oh, they're going to give me 20 goals, 20 assists. But and to their favor, they have no fear. They just don't care. They'll hit anything. They'll do whatever it takes for their team to win the game. Those are the guys you want in the foxhole with you. So good on them. And Paris, too, being a new player to this team, joining them on that line.
Paris has made that transition quite well between high school, where I covered him quite a bit in high school. I mean, the amount of times I said Paris was outrageous, covering it for WLCA. But he's made that transition quite well, and he's really meshing with the Cougars now in a backhanded shot with a save made. That's by Fessler. Cougars play the puck up, and it's going to go off of a skate up behind the net. Pushing and shoving going on behind the net, and those been a dangerous area all night long, but you expect that from a game this physical. Shot, save made by Fessler. It's going to go straight up, and now the Louisville Cardinals will play it around. Redbirds into the neutral zone. Cougars get 3 men back against the 2. Now 4 men as the 2 Cardinals run into each other, and that just was a lazy-looking play as now the Cougars are going the other way, and that's a high-energy play. It takes 3 men to shut it down.
Yeah, you see one play on one end where 11 skates with his head down into his own player, and then you see a Cougar jet through 3 guys. That's the compare and contrast to the talent level on both teams.
As the play develops behind the goal of Justin Nosser, pressure put on there by the Cougars, and it'll be played along the far boards as the Cougars try and break it out. They've done that with ease all night, not so much for the Louisville Cardinals. As the Cougars now played along the far board. Shot, save made by Fessler. That's a really not a great angle, but it was a good shot, a good glove save.
Those are the saves you got to have. Like, they're not overly difficult, but they're ones that you can't bobble. You can't give up a bad rebound and give the other team a sniff. Those are just ones you got to cover up. Those are ones you expect from your goalie. So it's not there's no bad saves, but that's just one you got to have. Yep.
It's not a spectacular save, but if you don't make it, that is circled on lowlights for the game.
That's when Rue comes back in the game and you go to JJ Thermos and have the old Jason Walker scotch on the rocks, hold the scotch.
And play breaks apart there as the Louisville Cardinals push it into the neutral zone all the way down, hands up for icing. One more time, we'd like to thank JJ Thermos. They've been a tremendous help this season. Just supporting everything. They've sponsored our tickets this year. Our tickets are looking really, really nice. Again, if you're looking for a sports bar, JJ Thermos right next door in the Eastgate Plaza. You can talk to me after the games. It's a great, great place.
Potential future home for a Cougar podcast, maybe? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
I wouldn't be opposed, you know.
Saying.
Do have a podcast myself, but I'll take the high road and not plug it on the Cougar, the SIUE Cougar streams. As now the puck will roll around. Justin Nosser and be grabbed there by the Louisville Cardinals up along the far corner. It's being pushed along, pinned up against the boards, and the puck is just going to roll along there. There's too much physicality. Nobody can touch the puck. Hands up for a penalty, and there it's the whistle.
This is one of those plays where there's a penalty and neither player knows who it's on because it's just a terrible call. You got to let the guys play a little bit. There's probably nothing there. If there's a little punch, it's an emotional game. It's not tennis. Things are going to happen. The boys will police themselves as long as guys aren't taking runs at each other, which that hasn't been the case. I think the game just has to continue being played. I didn't see much harm in a textbook battle in front of the net.
I always like to think that there are over 100 calls that are technically penalties in every game, and if you call every one of them, that's not what the sport's about.
No,
you call the egregious stuff that you really notice, but if I counted the number of times I got elbowed during a game, it's in the dozens.
You don't throw a hip check on Christian Perry because you won't hit him.
Yeah,
that's just not going to work.
You'll get torched like happened right there as the puck's being played up along the far boards, and now the Louisville Cardinals find a little bit of space to break it out of the defensive zone. But there's Joe Watson shutting it down right there. And this has been the story all night. I keep harping on this because it's really noticeable. The Louisville Cardinals cannot break the puck out of their own zone. It's the Cougars will keep it in there. That's number 22, Braden Rowe, will dump it right back in. And look at this. The Cougars are on the penalty kill, and they're playing keep away in their offensive zone. As the Cardinals breaking into the neutral zone. Ryan across the blue line. And he'll dish it right back to Emery. Emery along the near boards. Puck gets away, and it's going to go 200 feet down the ice, and it's going to get played by Fessler. Fessler plays the puck to his own man behind the net, and the Cardinals playing with a little bit of urgency. No time to set up the play. Get it to Holmes, dump it in, and see what happens now as Peyote goes chasing after it. That's number 17 now, Colton Ryan. Ryan hits a Cougar. He'll dump the puck right back out into the neutral zone, and the Louisville Cardinals will try again. This has just been, there's no other word for it. It's been a terrible, as Charles Barkley would say, terrible showing for the Louisville Cardinals tonight on the power play.
Yeah, it's percentages isn't going to be very good, and I'm sure the Louisville coach will have a little talk with with his comrades over there on the bench, help him out.
And a pass will go into the skate, so Peyote will take it across the blue line now for the Cardinals. Peyote peels up along the far boards, up near the point. They're going to overload the right-hand side there, and now it'll get dumped.
Send Shaq down the court. Come on, Z.
Big Austin Zerlini, he's hard to miss down there, but he's going into the neutral zone, applying the pressure. It'll get dumped right back in. That's number 18, Terrence Pirabot. Oh, no, excuse me. That's 16, Christian Perry. I wonder why Terrence was on the PK, but into the neutral zone they go. Cougars once more with control. We're back to even strength. We have been for a couple seconds here as Z dumps the puck back in. And he ain't the quickest guy, he ain't the most talented guy, but man, he provides a huge value to the team. As number 8, Kyle Kohleberg plays the puck into the neutral zone now. And Louisville, one more time, let's set things up and try and break it in. And there's a dump, and I just don't get the feeling that's going to do anything. As Braden Rowe takes the puck, and he's going to play it. Louisville grabs it. They'll try and center it, but the puck will just bounce right out again as Burke takes the puck, and he's going to try and break it in one more time. This is to Burkhart. Burkhart shot. It's off a Cougar, and now the Cougars will dump it right back out. Into the neutral zone, go to the Cougars. That is played to the Louisville. Louisville dumps it right back in. And it's a little game of tennis. You draw that net right along the blue line there, and it's just back and forth. But if you're the Cougars, there's 9 minutes left to go, and every second you can tick off the clock is another second less that they can get that eke into that 4-goal lead. As now the Cardinals take it across the line. Backhanded shot will go well wide of the net, and now the Louisville Cardinals will dump the puck behind the net, and the SIUE Cougars will try and break it out. Up into the neutral zone. Oh, it's a 2-on-1 situation here. They get a man off the bench. And they'll peel up and try and develop a play instead of go for the breakout here. And a shot from the slot area, but it'll be shut off there by Fessler.
Yeah, we've seen outside of the last special teams where the Cougars dominated on the penalty kill. Really, the play has gone the Louisville way. There's one thing to play defensive and conservative and not give up any chances, but then when you do that, you leave yourself susceptible to giving up chances because the other team has the puck. You don't want to leave them into the game.
Exactly. Oh, and a rebound save made by Fessler. He just belly flopped onto it. Credit where credit's due. That was a pretty good save there.
That went in.
Oh, shoot, it did win in. I just tell you that now. 9-4. I thought he landed on top of it. Slow development there, and that's Christian Perry's first of the year.
Now, you're not going to see a big celebration out of Perry. he's been there before. He's done that, and he'll probably do that again.
Christian Perry last year was the top 3 goal scorer for the Cougars behind Andrew Bond, and there's no shame in being behind Andrew Bond the way he played for the Cougars over 4 years. But Christian Perry is that lead goal scorer. He looks to be the Cougars leader on offense this year, and for good reason. He is an elite player as the Louisville Cardinals play it up along the near boards. Into the offensive zone, that's Rosell. Rosell with a shot. Oh, it's going to go wide. That was a nice rolling shot. It could have been deflected in as Nasser was slightly out of position, as now the Cougars will play it over into the neutral zone. Across the blue line, Perry tries to make some space. He finds it. He's going to go around the net, though. Turn it around, and look at that. 3 Louisville players strong on the puck right there, but the boards or the points are just wide open, as now a centering pass is going to go off Fessler, and the Louisville Cardinals will center it again. Or they'll try and break it out, and Cougars will set up in the neutral zone, whistle for something. I'm not sure.
You talk about the elite players, and we missed Bond and Ian Pellegrino, especially from last year, but the Cougars have been blessed with having a game breaker just ever since I can remember. Starting with Sean Walls out of Redbud. Here's a 100-point guy. The Jason Walker. It's the Rockford connection with Jared Ippolito and Alex Edwards and Eric Larson and Bond and even the dynamic duo of Taylor Emmerich and Nick Edwards when they played. There's always been guys that have been just stalwarts out there on the ice, and Christian Perry's another one of them.
Another one of a long line as the Cougars win the faceoff, and this is Perry's sophomore season. He's got plenty of time left as the Cougars break it into the offensive zone, pushed off. Ooh, a little physicality there by the Louisville Cardinals, played up now along the near boards. Up to Ebersol. Ebersol with a saucer pass finds a stick, and it's going to bounce up along the far board. Centered now, and that'll be grabbed by the Louisville Cardinals, and they'll make it out into the neutral zone, a 2-on-2, and let's see how it develops. Good stick handling there by Emery. Takes it side to side, but then loses control of it after pressure by the Cougars as the puck now sits in the high slot area. Shot, oh, and it's off a leg there. Good defensive play there. You sacrifice the leg for the goal, and that's what you want if you're a coach. Good defensive reaction there.
You got to take the bullet for the president right there. He just laid out, got his leg out there, and kicked the puck to the side. That was the point-blank chance right in front of Nasser, and SIU defenseman just got right in the way and made life a little easier for Justo.
So meanwhile, the Louisville Cardinals continue their struggles to get it out of their defensive zone. There's only two SIUE players, and they're not really providing a whole ton of pressure, as now SIUE goes into offensive formation, and here goes the Louisville Cardinals up into the offensive zone. They're going to push it up along the far corner there, up and around, looking for a centering pass in the near corner, but they're going to deal it around the goalie. Nasser's had a couple passes behind him, and now the Cougars will grab the puck going the other way. It's a 3-on-2. See how it develops. Centering pass, backhanded pass. Oh, and it just developed a little too late. That shot was at a poor angle, but it was from right close to the goal line. If you could develop that maybe 10 feet back, or 5 feet back even, I mean, that was a golden chance.
Ford's had luck tonight with his odd angle shots. I think he's getting a little antsy with shooting from everywhere. Like we said earlier, that line, they're going to put the puck on the net, and that's especially the way that the game's played by the goalies these days with the RVH into that post. That short side high might be available. Not a bad shot for it.
And you look at the 9-4 on the top there, and you realize it's hey, stuff's going in against this goalie who's Cam Walsh, who's in right now. I have a hopeful Louisville fan tell me. We can't exactly see the numbers where we're at, so Walsh is playing goal for the Cardinals as the Cardinals will dump the puck into the neutral zone. SIUE takes it in their defensive zone. They're going to go D to D just a little bit there as Kohlberg handles it. SIUE dumps the puck in, and this is exactly how you want to start your season as we hit a 5-minute mark to go in the third period. You suffered a bad loss last night, and now Chickalese takes the puck shot. Oh, and Kohlberg gets in front of it. There you go. Like you said, take the bullet for the president as the Cougars dump it along the far boards. Cougars now into the neutral zone. And like I said, this is just how you want to start start the season after a tough loss like that. You come home, there's a good crowd here as the Louisville Cardinals try centering pass, can't find a man, up to the blue line, shot, rebound, and it's a save made by Nosser, but I think there was a whistle before that. See what the whistle's for, but like I said,
a penalty.
You have a not great showing last night, a 7-1 loss. We'll say that was a D1 team in Maryville, a new D1 team, but still a D1 team. And you come home, you get in front of a good crowd, and you put on a show.
Yeah, it's one of those things, too, where it's not one guy doing it all. Sure, Tucker has a hat trick, but you've got scoring from every line, it seems like, and that's something that it just breeds confidence from your team. That anybody can score. It's not just one guy that's doing the heavy lifting. It's coming from everywhere, and the new guys, too, which is awesome to see.
And so the penalty will go to Malaya of the Louisville Cardinals. Last 3 penalties, Malaya, as Kane Henson takes the face off and is playing it along the near boards. Cougars along the near boards on the power play. They'll leave them with roughly 2 minutes to go after the power play concludes. Ryan Henson along that near boards. They're overloading the side there, and a fake shot up to the far board. Shot, and it's going to find traffic. A little scrub going on. A couple men on the ground as now the Cougars will work it out, play it up along the far corner. Up to the far point. Looking. Henson's wide open on the side there. He's got a decent look. Shot. And it's going to go wide as the Cougars now have the puck along the far boards. They gain the rebound along the blue line now. Fake slap shot. Look. Shot. It's elusive in front of the net, and Henson dives in to grab it. Nobody could quite get a stick on it, but it was about 2 feet just rolling there in front of the goalie Walsh as the puck gets played up now to the blue line. Blue line to the point. Look, shot. And it's going to be stopped there and dumped back out. And that'll be played by Nosser.
One thing you got to give credit to Louisville, at least on this penalty kill, is they're not getting stretched out. They're sticking to their system. They're playing. It looked like a diamond at that point, and they're getting into the way of pucks and taking out shooting lanes, and that's all you can ask right now.
And so the puck will roll into the SIUE defensive zone as they try and get something set up. 25 seconds left. So right now it's not about maybe scoring the power play. It's about score on the ensuing possession as the Cougars will take it deep along the far corner there, and they're going to play it up to the blue line. Kept in and back down to the far board. Shot, save made by Walsh. And the puck is going to roll now to the far corner. Puck now to the near quarters. It gets passed behind the goalie. And there goes the Louisville Cardinals. Centering pass, and the Cardinals will dump it out. Hands up for icing as they had just got back to even strength. I'm not sure the Cardinals quite realized that they were back to 5 men there.
Yeah, I think they're just pretty pumped to get the puck out of their own zone. You see a couple guys leaning on the bench, going over, getting some water, and they just look gassed. And it's one of those things that you just want to get the puck out of your zone, get a reset, get a little break, and try and get a change if they can here.
Well, we mentioned in the first period, this is early in the season, second game for both players, as these teams, they aren't quite in full midseason condition yet. So they might be really gassed here with 3 minutes to go in the third, or 2:39 specifically left to go in the third. It's been a long game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we're not sure how many practices they've had when their season exactly started. It's a long trip from Louisville here. Not sure what their pregame routine was and whether they're doing the right things to get ready for the season. So yeah, sometimes it'll be a battle of attrition here, and looks like the Cougars are going to end up on top.
As the shot goes wide for the Cougars, well wide, in fact, as the Louisville Cardinals try and break it out into the neutral zone, but not without a stick on it first, as it'll roll to the defensive zone of the Cougars, grabbed by the 2 D-men, and they'll try and break it out. 3 men up, and they're going to find their man. That's number 22, Craig Ford. He's been a difference maker. Shot, it's save made there, as now the Cougars apply some pressure. The Cardinals try and get out of their zone, and they will successfully that time. Holmes finds Buchart, and that looked offsides to me, but it's back in the neutral zone, so I guess no harm, no foul. A little bit of the scrum going along there right near the scorer's booth, and the Louisville Cardinals will take it away there along the near corner. 1:46 to go as now the Cardinals play it D to D behind the net. Third period, shots are even at 37, and that's something we haven't quite hit on yet, is the Cardinals attempt again to break it out of their defensive zone. Shots are even, and Nasser, I mean, 4 goals. That's an okay performance at this level, but against 37 shots, it's a good day.
It's a good percentage, but the thing that Nos will kind of hang on himself is his rebound control. Might have been a little bit off. The majority of their shots have been from the low percentage areas, and they've had a couple of goals where on defensive miscues by SIU for sure. But he'll want to clean up his game a little bit. He's had a decent game, but game 2 of the season, he'll have stronger ones down the road. And he's a kid he rebounds well, and this isn't a bad game by any means. He's going to get the win here, but he'll have better ones down the road too.
Oh, hold on now, loose puck. It is going to be tossed away by the Louisville Cardinals with 48 seconds remaining, and that was just a loose puck in the worst possible location for Louisville as they'll dump the puck all the way down. No icing, as I think it was over the blue line at that point. And now the Cougars will play it into the neutral zone. 3-on-2 for the Cougars as they'll just do a little stick handling, let the puck roll behind the net. And at this point, game's just about over. Oh, let's see if Zeke can pat his sack. Oh, what a great chance there. Got a great attempt there by Austin Zerliti. As now the puck will go to Louisville. 15 seconds left in the neutral zone. Cougars take it, and the Cougars, even in the waning seconds of the game, are not letting up pressure on these Louisville Cardinals. They're not letting them have a single thing as they'll take the puck in the neutral zone as time will tick out, and SIUE gets their first win of the season at home. Cougars win, and we will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We'll be right back shortly with some post-game stats, some 3 stars, and that'll wrap up our coverage tomorrow. Just a reminder, again, 3 p.m. Central Time, we take on Game 2 against the Louisville Cardinals, and they'll look to avenge this loss in the worst possible way. All right. Well, we are back here with Coach Casey Kucheliski. First off, man, thank you for being my color guy tonight. I think this is the beginning of an awesome partnership.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's something I've kind of always liked to do and have kind of wanted to do, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to do it. Hopefully, well, one, we're still alive. No one ripped their arm off and beat us with it, so that's pretty cool. And hopefully, the listeners, viewers at home, or on the road or wherever you're at, appreciate it.
Yeah, parents and everybody listening, don't get any ideas with the little arm thing. Do not come and find us.
No.
Unless it's at JJ Thermos.
Right.
Afterwards.
If Zerlini would have scored there at the end, I think there would have been a round on me, but it didn't go in, and I'm sorry. I can't provide delicious drinks from JJ Thermos.
You can't provide drinks every time Zerlini doesn't score, but every time he scores, absolutely.
Sure,
right?
Definitely.
All right, so let's start with our 3 stars. I think the first star, no surprise there. It's going to go to Lucas Tucker. He had a hat trick tonight. What else can you say? He was a force on the offense. Interestingly, he wasn't the only force. The Cougars managed to spread it out even, but anytime a guy can get a hattie on home ice, I mean, you got to give him that first star.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that can pump out hat tricks. I mean, he never quits on a play. He's usually always he's a very heady player. He's usually in the right position at the right time, and the puck will find him. And with those type of players, you're liable to score in bunches. And Tucker was a prime example of that tonight.
So the second star, that will go to Ebersol. Ebersol actually had a pretty nice game. He had a pair of goals, couple of assists tonight. Just a great job there from Cole Ebersol as he gets the second star. And I think there's not going to be much surprise about the third star. We talked about this. We felt we had to give it to the fourth line tonight, first of all, right?
For sure. To get the kind of game that we had out of the fourth line, to have to give them the responsible minutes and for them to even produce is more than what you can ask for from the fourth line. And I know the boys are pumped up about that. The coaches are pumped up about that, and the crowd especially. And past coaches of 2 of the 3 players that are there have texted me already saying that they're pumped about their presence in tonight's game and heard that they got a goal. So that's pretty cool.
So for the third star, we had to give it to a fourth liner. We're to go with none other than Cole Ford there. Cole Ford Craig Ford, excuse me. Craig Ford was just a force. He got himself a goal. We leave out the goal scorer, Christian Perry, but he had a goal and an assist. But Craig Ford's goal was, to me, it meant more to the team.
For sure.
You mentioned that energy line, that fourth line, but it got the benches energized. It'll be fun tomorrow to see Louisville try to adjust to a line that maybe they took for granted today.
For sure. That's a line that they keep things simple. They're, again, and I think we talked about on the broadcast too, that they're not the most talented players. You're not going to expect 20 goals out of them, but at the same time, like, they keep their feet moving. They have no fear. They don't care who's in front of them. They're going to run into you. They're going to run you over. They're going to get to the puck. It's not going to be pretty, but they're going to throw pucks on that, and they're going to create opportunities. And you see a guy like Craig Ford score, and you see all the work. Not so much tonight. It's more of especially for him, it's a culmination of a lot of things. I think over the years, as he and Zerlini have played on the D3 team in the past couple of years, and the reemergence of the D3 team have been a big part of the program. And for them to play in this game, and especially to get on a score sheet in the way that Craig did, is I think even more special for him and just for the organization as a whole. And you look for the D3 team to provide guys that can play at the D2 level. And here's a great example. You got 2 guys that have been D3 guys that have committed to the system. They play their hearts out. You don't question their effort. They come into a game like today and they play factor, and that's what you want.
So one last thing here. Shots on goal, 37-36 in favor of the SIUE Cougars. 36 shots on goal against Justin Nosser tonight. He gives up 4. Former goalie yourself, how would you rate that performance out of the Tendy?
I think I'm a little more harsh on him, and I'll probably tell him later. I'd say if you had to grade it, I would give him maybe a C+. I didn't think the goals that they scored, with the exception of one that was an overskated puck right in front, and he was kind of left dead to rights on. I think a lot of it is an early game. He needs to work out some kinks, but the foundation's there. He's a strong, level-headed kid. He plays the puck. He usually plays a puck pretty well, but I thought maybe he was a little, I don't want to say rusty, but I think in a game where you kind of lose focus, a lot of times too, the shots are from the outside, and it was a one and done, or a lot of the others, they had chances, it was on the power play. So he when called upon, he made some big saves, but I still think there's some things he needs to clean up. Just work the kinks out, and he'll come back. He's going to be a massive part of this team. And I don't think this game's going to define this season, but at the same time, I think there's some things he'd want to work out.
Well, that's going to wrap it up. We will be on air tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's Central Time, 3 Central, for the second matchup against the Louisville Cardinals. That's going to wrap it up. I'm Luke Clevenger. I'm joined by Casey Kuchelinski. And have a nice night, everybody.